everybody, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a little video on what our normal daily routine looks like in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic. So we start at about 7 a.m. and Leo always starts the day with milk. So I'm just going to make him his bottle of milk, which he is finally having in a cup rather than a bottle, by the way. That was a miracle. And we're just going to watch some TV and have some milk. About half an hour later, he usually wants to start playing, so I'm going to open up the playroom, let him come inside and choose some toys to play with. But actually he wants to bring his toys into the living room, which suits me fine because it's a lot warmer in here. So he just chooses his favourite superhero toys usually, and we'll sit for a little while and have a little play together. If I'm lucky, I might be able to watch a bit of adult television while he's distracted. Then I'm just going to get on with some morning jobs, and I'm going to empty the washing machine. And actually, Leo loves helping me do this. He knows that he's got to put the wet clothes into the dryer, and it's really handy to have him helping actually. He's really good at this job, to be fair. Okay, so now it's time for breakfast, and we are both going to have a hot cross bun for breakfast. Although Leo's not really been eating the past couple of days, so I don't expect him to eat much of this. I don't know, he's just not really been himself the last couple of days and he's been off his food, but I'm going to offer it to him anyway. Unsurprisingly, he didn't want any breakfast, and that's fine. I've just put it on the side in case he changes his mind. All he wants to do is watch YouTube, so I'm going to let him just have a chill on the sofa for a little while. And eventually he actually asked for a banana, which was a relief, so I'm going to give him a banana. While he's happily watching TV, I'm going to get on with some more morning chores. So I'm just going to tidy up the kitchen, give it a little clean. I always like to start my day just tidying up the kitchen. And I'm going to go on my laptop now and choose some activities for Leo to do today. I have been using the Twinkle resource website that I usually use when I'm teaching, but I've been using it for Leo while we've been stuck at home. And I'm going to choose a couple of things to do. So today I have printed some Easter egg counting activity that we're going to do together later, and some pencil skills activity, and a little Easter bunny activity as well. So we will get those done at some point. Okay, it's 9 a.m. and I've managed to get dressed. I mean, it's joggers, but I'm still dressed. Same with Leo, he's in his comfy clothes. And we're going to do our first activity. So I make sure I turn the telly off, even if it's just for 10 minutes to do the activity. And we sit down and just do a little bit of learning together. That way I feel like he hasn't been watching TV solidly for the whole day, even though he happily would if he could, to be honest. And I've treated him to a little reward, a little Kinder Egg reward that his grandma sent over to us because he did so well with his counting. Okay, so late morning, I usually force him to go into the garden. Like I say, he's just happy sitting on the sofa. He's such a couch potato, but I make him come into the garden, and once he's here, he's actually loving it and just really full of it once he gets outside. So I've just given him a little bucket of water with some brushes, and that keeps him happy. I've got out a few of the summer garden toys because this weather has been amazing this last few days. So he's happy out here for about 45 minutes usually, and then he'll ask to go back inside. So because he's done a little number activity with me this morning and he's been outside and have some fresh air, I'm happy for him to sit and watch more of his beloved Ryan's World on YouTube. And to be honest, I'm happy to sit under the cozy, as we call it, and just put my feet up for a minute. It's fine by me. And we are going to FaceTime my mum this morning. We're trying to do that every day. So he's just having a chat with Grandma and showing her some of his new books, which is so lovely that we can still FaceTime even though we are not allowed to see each other. So rather than make him sit and eat lunch, I'm actually just going to put it out for him to graze because he hasn't got an appetite at the moment. And about an hour later, we go for our daily walk. We are allowed to go for one walk a day and the weather is beautiful. Unfortunately, it's too hot to take Trevor, our dog, out because he doesn't cope well in the heat. As wonderful as this weather is, it's not good for Trevor. So it's just me and Leo on the walk, and he absolutely loves going out in the buggy and getting some fresh air. So I'm going to get a little bit of work done, I'm going to get some emails done, and he is happy having a little rest with his beloved Ryan's World again, and I don't mind because we've just been out for a really long walk, so that's fine with me. I'm also just going to spend 5 minutes tidying up. I find because we're in the house all day, the mess is so much worse than normal, so I'm trying to tidy up throughout the day. And it's time for our next activity. So we're going to do the Easter Bunny cut and stick activity that I got off Twinkle this morning. He absolutely loves doing these. We've already done the Easter chick and now we're doing the Easter Bunny, and it's so funny because it doesn't look anything like the picture, but he is so pleased with it, bless him. And he wants to stick it up on the fridge. So we stick it up on the fridge together because he wants to show Daddy and he wants to show Grandma, and we even take a photo of it on our phone so that he can show everyone because he's so proud of his Easter Bunny. Okay, it's time to start making Leo's dinner now, and I'm going to make him a really basic, lazy dinner. Because he's off his food, I just want to give him something that I think he might eat. So we just got some frozen waffles, some fish fingers, and I'm going to make him some carrots as well. Really basic, really nothing special, but when he's off his food, I just try and make things that I know he'll eat. And while it's cooking, Daddy is making a DIY board game. He just had the idea, it just came to him, and he thought he'd make a little board game for us. So it's a little fun family board game that he just wrote on some plastic, sorry. And we just had fun for about 10 minutes, rolling the dice and doing silly things, the challenges on the board game, and it's just something different to do together. So after we played the game, dinner was ready. I wasn't really holding high hopes for what he would eat that day, to be honest, because he's been off his food. But to be fair, he probably ate sort of about just over half of it. So I was really happy with that, actually. And then about 6:30, he's washed, he's in his pajamas, and as you can see, he's so tired. So I think we're going to do an early bedtime. But thank you so much for watching my isolation daily routine. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next video.